Hi friends, today we are here to understand the most important aspect of interiors, that is colors. Choosing color can transform your interiors dramatically. Let us first understand the basics of colors. Colors are of three basic kinds: primary, secondary and tertiary. Primary colors are red, blue and yellow. Secondary colors are orange, green and purple. And again, mixing of secondary and primary, or secondary among themselves or primary among themselves in different quantities, give you tertiary colors, that is third form of colors. Now tertiary colors have a very big color circle or color palette. That is because the quantity of secondary and primary color, when you vary that, you make different kinds of tertiary colors. For example, you mix blue and red. If the red quantity is more and blue is less, you make magenta. If you mix blue quantity more and red in less quantity, you might go to purple and you might go down till violet. So these all color palettes are formed in tertiary because of the quantity mixing of this primary, secondary and among themselves. Again, these all color forms are formed. You must be wondering then how Asian Paint has more than 3600 color palette shade card. That is because they mix and match, and that is because of three aspects again, that is tinge, tone and shades. Let us take the first aspect, that is tinge. Tinge forms the upper case of the color palette, that is the lighter shades. When you add white to the basic shade, it keeps on getting light. You keep on adding white as the mass tone and undertone the basic color, it keeps on getting towards the neutral color of that basic color. The basic color gets undertoned and the mass tone is the white, that is the neutral color for the undertoned basic color. Now from the middle area of this palette, when you see, the middle area is formed by adding tone to it. How do you add tone? You add gray in the basic color, the tone gets on getting huge and it gets on getting saturated and colors are formed, and they are having a different kind of nomenclature for that colors and different numbers for that colors, and you get the middle palette of the color by adding the tone, that is the gray part. Now how do you get that shades? You get shades by adding black to that. You add black to the primary color, you keep on going darker and darker, and you get the bottom portion of the palette, which you see strip palette in Asian Paints. Now let us understand what are the basic colors and how can we use these colors in our interiors. Now, as I mentioned in earlier portion of the video, that we have a color wheel of color palettes with primary, secondary and tertiary colors. When you use the single color in different tone, tinge or shades by adding white, gray and black, that color scheme is called monochromatic color scheme. You find few interiors done in monochromatic color scheme. As shown in this image, you can see the furniture, the upholstery and the back color, back wall color, all these colors are synchronized in the tones of gradients of a particular color, blue, brown, such particular colors. You will find this entire in one tinge with different tones and shades. Now monochromatic is always not that interesting, it's sometimes very boring and it does not give you brings out your personality or even the vibe of interiors. The second is the analog type of choosing color. What do you mean by analog is you choose the color from the color wheels which are adjacent to each other, such as blue, green, sea green. These colors form the analog portion and they are adjacent to each other and they are analogous color scheme, which you can see in this image, the way upholstery, curtains as well as the back wall is used as canvas in this image. Now the third most used is the complementary kind of. Complementary color scheme is when you use colors in a single room from the color wheel which are diagonally opposite to each other. But remember, complementary color schemes can be risky. So you can use these color schemes in a different way altogether, that you have a neutral color in your interiors and use these complementary colors in forms of textures of rugs or your upholstery of sofas. These also add color to entire room and the room gives the vibe of singular colors such as blue, tan brown, browns, neutral colors. The fourth and the final way how to use colors is using neutral colors. People call it nude or pastel colors as well. What do you mean by neutral colors is use of the top palette of the all colors, which is the most lightest undertoned color of the basic color. Mass tone is white. Asian Paint has given a neutral color different palette, few more than 10 pages of that palette for all the undertoned colors as neutral colors, as they are the safest to be used in interiors. You can use them to give the room entire character and vibe. Now let me explain what is the undertone means. What happens is you might choose an undertoned pink shade as the basic color for some of your room. When you use undertoned entire room a pink shade basic undertoned color, you will find entire room when it is colored it looks a pinkish kind of room. When you add few musty pink or earthy pink elements or upholstery to that room, it gives a different character altogether. As you can see in this image, the undertoned is subtle sky blue color, very light color of blue, but the upholstery, the artifacts, they give the character of this room to be exactly blue kind of room. Now we'll come to the last aspect of the colors. Colors are responsible for your mood. Colors are responsible to give character to that house. If you color your house, you feel happy, you feel energetic and joyous. When you use that color, you be aware what does that color symbolizes for you. For example, use of green or blue is a natural color, blue or green. You find water, sea as blue, you find nature as green. So when you use that color in your house, you feel concentrated towards your work, you feel more relaxed, you feel more calm, you feel more ambitious, and it's even more soothing color. So generally that is used in bedrooms, and blue is all time great. When you can use it with contemporary interiors, you can use blue with Victorian interiors, you can use blue with all kinds of shades. Then comes say vibrant colors such as yellow, orange. These colors can be used in children bedrooms to give a vibe of energy that makes room live full of energy. New ideas come, you be happy. These are happy colors. colors can be also categorized into two other different parts, that is warm color and cool color. So being adult or being according to your nature or purpose of that room, you can divide these colors. So these colors can be used where energy is required, such as in kitchens you use red color, restaurant kitchens I mean to say, so that you are energized to work. So this is the significance of colors in your life. For any doubts how to use colors in your interiors, feel free to ask in comments below. We will respond to you completely free and give you suggestions completely free how to use colors. Next video will let you know what are the commercial availability of colors and how these colors are, what are the different kinds of colors. So wait for that video. Thank you for now.